two.
Take two. Part two. Part two, as I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on with my phone.
So what were you... Forget what you were saying, because you were making a really good point, actually.
Was I?
Yeah, you were making a good point, and I was like, ooh, I had something for that, and I forgot what it was. Stupid. We were present in the moment.
And then the phone went dead.
The phone
kicked us off of Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, generally we're just talking about really the importance of just staying present in your life to... Oh, you were talking moping. Oh, you were talking about moping.
And the energy, and I was talking about, there
how
you go.
You
are so good.
How you're like,
yeah,
you're
so
out.
I retract during that because, like, I will, what I call hit the pause button. And when I hit that pause button, it is kind of like a running, because I pause and I just go, whoa, this energy is getting to me, because I don't want to crash and burn.
No.
And so your point...
And anybody who loves you isn't going to want you to crash and burn too.
Right. And I make it very well known, as she would be like, that's why she's like, yeah, you're a runner. Because I am. In those moments, I'm just like, I'm not going to stand there and fight for you to get out of your crap, because you need to just get out of your crap. No matter amount of yelling or me trying to logically work you through this is going to get you through it in this moment. Like, you just went and dove into your own crap pile over there. Have fun. See you later. Call me when you're clean. So.
And I think, I think there is a difference, because I think then you can get into like, okay, well, then I should never be emotional. I should never have anything going on. And I think there is a difference between being present in your life and trying to stay with the gratitude and joy. And then there are times that, yes, like if someone has something really going on, like you don't run when if somebody's got something.
Serious. If it's serious, like somebody, let's say that, somebody's gotten into a really bad accident, or somebody's
or even if someone is just having a bad day.
Right. Just a really bad day. Those moments I'm not going to run from, but there are times. It's about this feeling. It's almost like a red flag starts waving inside of me. And it's just like, whoa, Houston, we have a problem here. And if I feel like I'm just getting all of a sudden bleeding out in that moment, energetically speaking, where that it's just completely going, and then I just feel, I go, wow, I can't hang out here very long, because I have to retract. Otherwise, I'm not going to be any good to anybody else.
You're not being present with anybody else.
I look at it as though it really is the whole airplane thing, right? Mm-hmm. So when they go through the whole spiel, if you've been on an airplane before, the stewardess, they go through the spiel of when the masks drop down to give you air, right? Oxygen. Put it on yourself first, even if you have your child sitting right next to you. Yes. Do not put it on your kid first. Put it on yourself first, because what? You have to remain present so that you can help anybody else that might need help. If you're passed out, you're not going to help anybody. Mm-hmm. And it's the exact same thing in those moments, like when somebody is really moping and just kind of draining that energy, that it is take care of self so that you are stronger and can actually come back and revisit it and be able to be there for the other person. That's part of holding space, is sometimes you got to hold space for self first while somebody else is going through something, and just really recognize, hey, I can help here. I'm not going to change it, but I can help here. And then there's other times where you go, I can't change it and I can't help. So in those moments, what's the best thing to do? Put the mask on yourself and remove yourself from the situation in the most graceful way that you possibly can. Yeah. Or just turn and run. No.
And staying in your own kind of, I don't want to say positive place, but yeah, staying in continuing to move yourself into that positive energy. So if that person does kind of come back around or get out of that space, then you are there with like lots of that love and that presence and that joy to kind of pull them back in. Otherwise, in all my years when I was doing therapy and stuff, they would tell us, like, don't get, like, yeah, you can like peek in the hole with your client, like you can like be like, okay, yeah, I see you, don't get in the hole. If you get in the hole, you're both effed. Then you are both deep in this hole, and neither of you will be able to climb your way out. You cannot get in the hole with somebody. You can throw down a light.
Drowning people cannot save each other.
No, they'll kill each other.
They will kill each other. And that is exactly the same thing there. So to bring it back to presence is to be present with the energy that's around you, that's being presented to you, and present enough in yourself to go, I'm not going to drown. I'm just not going to drown. Like, I'm not. Your best solution, your best help for me is for me to save myself. The best gift that I can give is the presence within inside myself, to know that I can't help in this moment. And instead I'm going to pull over here and then come back and help lift you up from a point of strength, not from going under with you.
Yeah.
So.
And it is a gift. It is a gift to self, to kind of do that, and then it is a gift to the other people in your life to kind of stay in that place. So yeah, I mean, and I think again, it's not even, I mean, we talk about gifts, and I don't think it's about Christmas time. I think it is about like giving ourselves those gifts and being present in when I say gifts, I mean like the gift of us, the gift of our energy, the gift of all of that all year long. Because we get really focused in on the gifts. So I wrote an article, I think, about this on Thanksgiving, but it's similar in that I love Christmas, and then part of me hates Christmas because I always get gifts from somebody. I'm like, you have not shown like this much of love towards me all year long, and now you want to give me this beautiful gift, and I'm like, that's great. And this gift, I don't care if it is the best gift in the world, it means nothing to me. Because you're not giving the gift of love, self, energy all year long. So now you're going to come around and give me a gift and it's supposed to be meaningful? No, it doesn't. It's not meaningful. That's not a meaningful gift. That's not if you can't be present with somebody all year long, then
and you're that person. I mean, her favorite gift is a card with a nice long letter in it, just sharing, you know, like, sharing your thoughts, your feelings, your gratitudes, that kind of stuff, just whatever your heart shares. That is,
or something I know somebody really thought of.
Really thought.
Like, I saw this and I thought of you. I thought Addison will love this. Those are the best gifts. Or just someone's time too. I love when people give me, like, that is a huge gift to me, because I'm like, that is our most precious asset, is our time. We don't get that back. We can get our money back. We can get so many things back, but we don't get our time back. And that includes the presence of our life, of just being present in the time that we do have. So, I know, even though it's Christmas, and I know a lot of you have kids and you're running around and make sure you stay present in the holiday.
Make it count.
Yeah, make it count.
Make it count. Don't just make it about the presents underneath the trees. Make it really...
Or the dinner that's got to get done, or the family coming in, or cleaning the house, or...
Hire somebody to clean your house. Spend time with your family.
Or keep it a mess.
You know, or allow it to be a mess if that's groovy too. But yeah, I mean, like my kids this year, I have 3 kids that live outside the house, and 2 that are with me full time, and 2 that are with me half time. And my kids came to me, and their request for Christmas, as you know, I was just going, oh, we can just have, I'm so used to just having everybody kind of pop in and kind of being the house where friends, family, exes can just pop in, and it just be that connection zone. And this year, my kids, they were like, Mom, you did that for Thanksgiving. All we want for Christmas really is just to have Christmas with just you. So I looked, I was like, well, how can I deny them that? Like, they're not even asking for it. There's still presents underneath the tree for them. But I just went, you know what they want is they want time with Mom. They're like, we just want to have Christmas morning with you. We got Christmas dinners with other family and all this different stuff. But we just want it just to be you and the siblings getting together and just having, breakfast. And that's what they want. They're like, you're making breakfast, right? Because I talked about, I'm like, I'm going to go and I'm going to get a lamb and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And they just looked at me and said, but you said you were going to make breakfast. Like, we want breakfast, Mom. And I'm, oh, okay. I guess I'm going to go get breakfast stuff. Forget the lamb. No, we're not forgetting the lamb. I want lamb. But
you can make the lamb the next day, and you can invite Auntie Addison over.
And then the other thing that they
Auntie
wanted
Addison loves
was then they're like, you know, and then I looked at, well, I've got 2 dads, right? Yeah. So I've got these two men in my life that my kids are their dads. So I was like, well, how can I make this the best for them in every way? And so my gift back was, you know, like, okay, I can give that to you that morning with you. So all my kids get their dads today. I'm going to go do me time, and I'm turning my house over to my children, and they're getting to spend time with my 5 oldest. They're having their dad over for Christmas Eve dinner, and they're doing all this different stuff. And my other 2 are with their dad, and they're coming back this evening. But it's just like the focus is not on the gift giving, and which is my point here. It's on the memory making. It's on the connection, the experience with the people that you love, the people that mean the most to you, because that's what the season is all about. It's truly about spending time with the people that you really love. And I think a lot of us get caught up in the hustle and the bustle and the parties and the, you know, the this and the that.
Gotta go do this, gotta go do that.
Right, and I've got to present myself this way, I've got to present myself that way, and we forget about those that are the closest, that are sitting there and going, hey, I want that valuable thing called time with you. Mm-hmm. It's not about the present underneath the tree. It's actually about that moment spent. So
I remember when I was very little, my father has a humongous family. He's a kid of 7. So the entire family would come over to our house. Wow. And so we would do Christmas morning, and I remember getting pushed through presents. And then it was like, well, now you have to get dressed, and you have to wear like your pretty dress, and like fights over like, I don't want to wear that dress. I want to wear my jammies. I want to play with my toys. I don't want to go and get my hair curled. I don't want to like look like this little nutcracker princess, you know, but that kind of Christmas. And my parents tried that for like a year or 2. And I remember the hustle and bustle of trying to like, well, we have to get everything clean. There was so much stress. And I think it really is about like, take away the stress, the perfectionistic, like it has to be perfect. Well, guess what? The more that you try to clamp down on things having to be perfect, the food having to be perfect, the presents having to be perfect, the house having to be clean, you having to look a certain way, like that just sounds, I mean, I'm like tired just talking about it. Seriously, I'm like, ugh. Like, seriously, it is. It's tiring. And then, especially if you have children, like, they don't care about any of that. Mm-mm. They could care less. Not that we care that much as adults, but when you're a kid, you could care less about that stuff. You just want to be with your family and play and enjoy and be in the magic. And really, Christmas can be magical if you allow it.
Yeah.
So,
but it is the moments that are magical. It's not the getting the present underneath the tree that you have been screaming about for the last 3 months. You know, I mean, sure, my kids would be ecstatic if they got everything that they wished for, but I can guarantee that 30 minutes after they opened up what they wished for, they would be telling me what they want for their birthday and what they want for
your children.
They'd be like, oh, did I mention that my birthday's in 5 months from now? This is what I want to do. And it is just that mindset of...
That's your middle son.
It's my 13-year-old son and my 15-year-old daughter. And she's always planning her birthday. She is. Like, she's planning her birthday. Her birthday's in May, and she's already planning it. She started planning her birthday, her sweet 16, the day after she turned 15. So she's got that all planned out, but not really. She'll change her mind 5 times between now and then. And then she won't get anything that she's asked for because I'm not doing any of it. So there you go. That's that with that.
So Jules, if you're watching,
you're not getting it. Just like Levi, my 13-year-old, he's underneath the impression that he's going to end up with a big screen TV in his bedroom and a PlayStation and 2 chairs because we just were working on his room and everything. And he's just like,
little boy.
He is getting a chair for his bedroom. That is the one thing on that list that I just mentioned that he is getting. I just haven't sold myself on the concept of kids needing TVs in their room yet. So I'm just like, I'm not there. So guess what, honey? It's not happening. Not yet. So, and a PlayStation's one of those things. I'm like, we're going to get a new PlayStation and it can be a family PlayStation. Kind of keep it a little bit more something that you're never going to hear come out of my mouth very often. Control on the situation.
Well, yeah.
You know, and just be able to manage that, because it is more about those present moments. And I think that
you can have more presence with games even in the living room when you have people around you.
Otherwise, it's just like, okay, where's my kids at? They're all sitting upstairs staring at electronics, and they do enough of that anyway as being teenagers. I mean, we all do that, but that's just more of the message of how present are we if we're doing this. I mean, imagine if we had sat here over the course of the second half of this video and I spent the entire time trying to figure out what happened to the first half of this video and didn't even have any connection. There was not the communication, the conversation going on, because I could have easily done that, because I'm like, what the heck happened, right? What the heck happened? Well, put that down. I can deal with it another time and finish where I'm at and being present in this moment. So it really is just about being with that.
Give everyone in your life, not just today and tomorrow, but we're not going to do another one of these until after New Year's. Until
next year. We're going to
until next year, 2019. And so really just practice giving the gift of your presence more and more. Like, we don't do New Year's resolutions, but make that a focus for your 2019 to really, first of all, notice the gift of presence within self and being present in that moment with self, and then also give the gift of presence to others in your life.
Yeah. And if you just try to focus in, and I tell you, so many times I hear people go, well, how do you do that? How do you do that? You know, how do you know that you've done it? You know, by feeling. I mean, we are all very unpresent people. That is just part of being human. We spend the majority of our time being unpresent. But if you can just captivate one moment a day where you really felt tuned in to that moment, and it just, you know, where you just absorb it and you really just step into that, then you're doing a million times better than the majority of people. And that right there can be such a life-changing event, because those moments add up. And if you just really bask in them and just love on them and then have gratitude for them. I mean, both of us talk about doing gratitudes in the morning and gratitudes in the evening. You know, before, when you get up, before your feet hit the ground, and as your eyes are closing, to do those gratitudes. And one of the things that I always say is, thank you for my presence today. Thank you for, you know, the gift of just the experiences, the moments. It's not thank you for the present underneath the tree. It's thank you for this. It's thank you for that. I'm always focused in on the energy and the experience.
Thank you for the love. Thank you for the
right.
connection.
The opportunity, the, you know, the people in my life. That kind of stuff is what typically comes out of me, not, hey, thank you for the whatever
PlayStation.
Yeah, thank you for the PlayStation. Yeah, no, not gonna.
No, that's not what comes out. So yeah, getting, and I would say those moments, you know, when you hit those moments of presence, when you are not, when you're in a moment and you notice, you actually don't have a ton of this. You're just like listening.
No, there's not a lot of chaos.
And you're not like, I'm gonna say, and then they're gonna say, and then, oh, did I have to remember to say,
the monkey brain chatter is just not there. You're not thinking. I mean, one of the key points to being present is that you're not thinking about what you're going to say. You're actually actively listening, which means that you're being present. That's what active listening is about, is to be present in the moment with that person and not go, okay, as soon as they get done saying this, I'm going to say this, because you've already got it worked out. If you're thinking about what you're going to say, you're not present.
You're not listening.
That's a really good, easy way to figure out if you're present or not. So,
yes. Well,
do you feel complete?
I feel complete. I feel done. Stick a fork in me. Oh my God.
Hold on just a second.
No. Not when you were actually watching.
The kitchen's right there.
We're videotaping the murder. Just be aware. If I don't show up for
just picking on her, for picking on me, there'll be no fork sticking.
So,
except for potatoes tomorrow.
Yeah. I hope everybody has a great holiday and really can just put down their phones, get present, laugh, joke, enjoy.
Yes. So. I actually encourage you. I mean, one of the things that to just unplug for part of the day, like turn it all off, turn your notifications off on your phone, close your laptops, and just really at least take the morning part of Christmas Day or the evening of tonight and just completely unplug from, detach from everything. And that right alone should really help you to focus in and get present with where you're at, who you're with, and just really absorb those moments.
Yeah. So. Get on the floor, play with your kids. Yes. Anyway. Yep. Well, we will see you in the new year. I know Kendall's got a ton of stuff going on as far as programs, and you're like rocking and rolling right now.
Yeah, I got a ton of stuff going on. I've got His, Hers, and Ours, the academy that
amazing.
Just came out yesterday.
Tons of videos.
That just came out yesterday, so that's all just ready to go.
Crazy amount of content.
It's got a
crazy amount of content.
She built it.
Crazy amount of content.
Like, oh my gosh.
So we could not put it all on one web page. We had to break it up into 2 web pages, which these web pages hold quite a bit.
I was like, hey, let's do. This is what I want to do, and she's like, okay. I'm like, can you help me do it? Sure. And she's like, oh, do you know how much you
I couldn't even save your website because there was so much content. Yeah, so it's amazing.
Almost broke the website from that academy.
It's amazing.
But it's really good. Great content. And then I also have the Boss Life 500 coming out, which is just for the month of January. I'm doing one-on-one coaching with anybody who, I have so many people that keep saying, I really want to work with you, but I can't afford you. So I went, I'll be nice. And I really reduced it down to a stupid price. And it's just 4 weeks of intensive coaching, one-on-one, focused in on exactly what you might need in your life. So it's not just on sex and relationship. It's not just on prosperity. It's not on health and wellness. It is focused in on your key points, much like my private coaching is. But it's just for a really, really low fee. So that is out there as well. If you go to kendallwilliams.com, you will see it on my front page. It's actually right there on the front page, on the landing page. There is the Boss 500, a link to that. Mm-hmm. So, and then His, Hers, and Ours is underneath the programs link.
Yes.
So,
what do you have? You'll be popping stuff out.
Oh yeah, so. I'm always popping stuff out.
So, but I will be putting out, I have a subscription programming thing, kind of similar, but not the same as the Boss 500 on that same thought process, but not the same. Coming out, but it's not ready to release yet. So it will be by January 1st. It's already written. I just haven't released it.
She's releasing it on January 1st, December 31st.
Alrighty. Anyway... Yeah, and then I have a sexuality course coming out. I believe the first week of January. That's going to be the sexual 1, 2, 3s. So all of you people who want to know
that one sounds phenomenal, by the way. She was telling me about it just yesterday, and she's like talking about all the stuff. And I was like, that is just
everybody great. Who wants to know the tips, great. Tricks, and techniques that they beg for. You will get that on that course. So, but I'll keep you all updated.
Yeah. And then for our local people, we have for anybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area or is willing to make the commute to Plano, Texas, because this is actually happening in Plano, Texas.
Yes, it is.
We are doing our Tantra Reboot. It is booked for the 13th, 12th.
I think this is 12th. You can check either of our websites, and it's on there.
It is on there, and it is Tantra Reboot. So it is an experiential few hours. This class, it is workshop experiential. There's not going to be any note taking. It is constant movement. So
and
it
is
really about
with it too.
It is and you're getting a full Tantra course with that.
Online,
so it is a phenomenal workshop. We did this last year. We did a Tantra Reboot at about the same time of the year, and it had phenomenal turnout, and just I love the feedback that we got, because yes, it's much like what we're talking about today. A lot of the tantric practice is about being present, and that's what we're really bringing into this workshop for you, is the skill set of presence, and also just how to embody yourself, how to have that connection, and feel into self so that we can feel into somebody else emotionally and with that presence level, and how that's going to really change our intimate time with them, no matter what that intimate time might look like. It can be friendship, it can be with a lover, it can be with a child. Intimacy is not just about the bedroom. It's just about really being present with somebody and being able to go to a good depth with them. So that workshop is coming up in January. Which is why we call it the
reboot.
Tantric Reboot, because it is all about just kind of rebooting the system and coming out of all this hustle and bustle that we're in the month of December, and just getting present and restabilizing ourselves, really, because a lot of times we hit January and we're like, what do? We go, oh, I got to set goals, I got to do this, I got to do that, and it's actually kind of like take January to figure out what you need to get accomplished and clear out all the chaos. And then I typically do not start my new year until my new year starts. I use the Chinese New Year for my new year, because it takes me the month of January to kind of disperse all the energy of November and December and just kind of get reorganized there. Yeah. So, let me see. What else do we have going on?
We're going to California.
Oh, that's right. We're going to California to do a workshop. Anybody who's watching this who's in California, definitely check on our website as well. If it's not up there, it will be shortly, because it is in February, the workshop that we're doing there. So we are actually doing one of our orgasm camps in Santa Cruz, I believe. In Santa Cruz in February. And also in February, I will be hosting for the 8th year, something like that, Max the Ancient Crystal Skull.
Which is always cool.
Which is always just a cool experience.
He always starts the new year off right.
Yes, definitely gets things moving. So I've been blessed to have Joanne and Max stay with me over the course of the last 7 years. And my kids have grown up with Max and all this different stuff, so that is also coming about. And then, of course, between the two of us,
we always have something coming out.
Other things coming out, solo together and every other which way. But that's kind of like the close of the year, the alert for the coming year of different things. And I encourage you to go to both of our websites, look at our calendars, look at what's coming up, get on our newsletters as well, because that's where we put out all that stuff. Definitely make all the announcements.
And just stay connected too, because we both do free content daily. You all can just also get some, if you are not in a position where you can go and buy courses, which I would call bullshit a little bit on you. But, free spirit talks. Oh well. But
we both have courses that really hit any financial level.
Yes.
I think what you're saying there is that
we both have free courses.
We both have free stuff. We have things that are every different level.
We're also doing free content every single day. So connect with us, get engaged, and we'll see you in the new year.
Yep. So if these videos were beneficial to you, unfortunately it's a double share, because we have video number 1 and then had that little oops happen there with my phone. Sorry.
Whoops.
And then we
sometimes whoopses happen.
And then we have video number 2. So if you have it within your heart, if anything in here really touched you, please hit share on both of those videos, or at least on one. And
at least on the first.
If you're watching this and you just heard me say that and you didn't see video number 1, go over to Free Spirit Talks here on Facebook or on YouTube, because we are moving a lot of these over to YouTube as well. Yes. And go back and look at part 1. So,
all right. Well, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. We will see you in 2019.
Bye, guys.
Bye.